People love to call President Donald J. Trump a racist, but why did he spend so much time with Jesse Jackson? Welcome to Disturbing the Peace with Pastor John Amanchukwu. Do me a big favor, friends out there. If you love me, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Do me a big favor and do that. Like, share, and subscribe. Now, let's talk about Donald Trump and Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson was born on October 8th, 1941, and he is a, civil rights activist, politician, and ordained Baptist minister. He's a young protege of Dr. King during the civil rights movement, that is. A person who once was pro-life and called the heinous movement like Planned Parenthood and organizations like that, Jesse would look at them and say that, they practiced black genocide. But when it came time for Jesse Jackson to run for the office of presidency, Jesse Jackson did an about-face. He turned on his community, and he would no longer call abortion black genocide. He switched. He flipped. But today they love to call President Donald J. Trump a racist. Why? If he's a racist, why didn't they call him a racist when they needed his money? Take a look at this video.
I now want to bring forth a friend who has, he is deceptive in that his social style is of such. One can miss his seriousness and his commitment, while his success is beyond argument.
Okay.
When we opened this Wall Street project and we talked about it,
he called him a friend too.
He gave us space at 40 Wall Street, which was to make a statement about our having a presence there. Beyond
Hold on one second.
In terms of
he wanted to be in 40 Wall Street, and he wanted to make a statement in their presence being there. Translated, he wanted office space on Wall Street because Jesse Jackson believed that there was a wall on Wall Street. In other words, it was difficult for blacks to get real estate space on Wall Street, more so because they could not afford it. And so it wasn't a situation where they just couldn't get in because of their skin tone or pigmentation. The issue was they could not afford the high rent. I can't go to a side of town and say, hey, I want to live here. Well, the prices for rent is XYZ. Well, I can't pay that. Well, sir, we can't serve you. But I want to put my business here. Can you pay the bill? No. This is racist. You know what I'm saying? This is the mentality of Jesse Jackson. He wanted space on Wall Street, and so he went to President Trump to get space. Take a look at what happened.
Reaching out and being inclusive, he's done that too. And created for many
reaching
people
out, being inclusive.
When I ran for the presidency in '84 and '88, and many others thought it was either laughable or something to avoid. He came to our business meeting here in New York.
All right, hold it there.
Because he had
when he wanted to run for office in '84, everyone thought that his campaign was laughable, but Donald J. Trump came and supported him. He worked with him. He some fat checks and supported his campaign. Okay.
This sense of the curious and a will to risk to make things better. And so aside from all of style, and his pizzazz. He's a serious person who's an effective builder of building for the builder of people. Last year, he was a part of our workshop, of our panel workshop on what are the challenges and opportunities. And so a year later, Donald Trump, for a few minutes, challenges and opportunities to embrace the underserved communities. Donald Trump.
All right, here we go. Here we go. President Trump is getting ready to walk on the stage. Jesse Jackson is going to take his seat. You just heard that President Trump on several occasions had worked with Jesse, all right? He supported him. He came to this event. He came to that event. He came to this event. He came to that event. This racist man, for some reason or another, became racist in 2015 when he had the idea of running for the office of presidency, right? At that point, he just became racist. No, Jesse Jackson and your Reverend Al Sharptons and all of these cats, and Don King as well, many of these people hung out with Donald Trump many times. Everyone wanted to be in his presence. Why? Because he had a fat checkbook. He had money. That's why. But when the political strings and cables were pulled, now people want to switch and flip, and now Trump has to be a racist. Here we go.
Well, it is an honor to be here, and I was with Jesse last year, and we had a lot of fun, and it was a little different. Jesse started off by saying most of the wealth in this country is in the hands of a few. And I thought to myself, is that a bad thing? What's wrong with that, Jesse?
Here it is. Even back then, President Trump is attacking the notion of socialism. You know, the reality is, in a socialistic structure, in a communistic structure, through Marxism, the wealth is redistributed, okay, to everyone. And so therefore you get to pick the winners and the losers, rather than a person laboring and toiling and starting their business. And everybody knows that if you start a business, when you talk to business owners, they have a different view and a different mindset than most people, because they know what it takes to get something off of the ground and to burn the midnight oil, so to speak, and to have to carry the burden of not only keeping the lights on and paying the water bill and paying the cell phone bill and paying the taxes and the insurance and all of the things that come along with it, and paying employees. They have all of those things placed upon themselves, and then they have to find a way to make a profit and to pay themselves also. And so business owners have a different mindset with these things. But you're getting ready to see something clearly stated in President Trump's address here. He just attacked the notion of socialism, and that is his point in saying that. Go ahead.
But he did have an expression last year, and I was just telling Roger. He had an expression last year, the wall on wall must fall. And you haven't used it today, and I'm very disappointed in this, Jesse, because I thought it was a great expression. And I heard the expression about 14 times, and then he came to me at the end of the session, and he said, listen, I want some office space in your building on Wall Street.
All right, here it is.
Because the wall on wall will fall. And I said, it's okay, Jesse, I'll make a good deal with you. I'll get you some space. You'll pay about $40 a foot. And he said, no, I don't want to pay 40. I said, how about 30? No. It was the cheapest deal I ever made in the history of 40 Wall Street. Is that right? He got it for nothing. He's a very tough...
Hold it right there. So Jesse kept saying that the wall on wall will fall. The wall on wall will fall. The wall on wall will fall. And let me tell you something. He's good with one-liners and catchphrases. He's a beast at it. I mean, he knows how to create dramatic irony and put words together. He's rather poetic. He can do that now. He can. But ultimately what Jesse wanted, he wanted to find a way to benefit himself. He wanted to be on Wall Street. It wasn't about anybody else. This was about Jesse getting space on Wall Street. So he said that the wall on wall will fall. And so Trump said, okay, Jesse, all right, man, I'll work with you, brother. Man, I'll help you and I'll get you some space. I'll charge you this amount. Jesse says, no, I don't want to pay that. Okay, then I'll charge you this amount. No, I don't want to pay that. Then, okay, what about this amount? No. Then Trump comes out and says, you know what, man, all right. Listen, bro, you can have it. But at the end of the day, everyone knows that you can't just go into a business and receive free rent. You can't treat the renting industry, you know, and leasing industry as if it's a welfare industry, and you get free space just because you want to or because you are Jesse Jackson, so therefore you are entitled to free space. I lease a building, and let me be the first to tell you, my landlord is Indian. Yeah, he's brown, I'm brown. Two brown people came together and negotiated a deal. And I'll be the first to tell you, baby, that this space is not free. Matter of fact, I will say that it was a Caucasian guy who allowed me to use space in his building. Now, that was free. He offered it to me. I took it. I praised the Lord for it. But when it came time for me to expand, I had to transition and work within reality. If someone wants to give that to you, yes, they can, but you know, he offered it. It was, and I gladly received it. It was a blessing, but you cannot demand free space. I mean, come on, man. If someone lets you use a small office or some sort of a closet in their building, take it, use it. But no one's going to give you a free building with 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 square feet, let alone in New York. All right, roll it.
Negotiate. We know that, right? Nah, he's a terrific guy. We love him, and I'm here for him. And the snow came, and I said, gee, nobody show up, and look at this place, it's packed. Well, I'll just say a few words. I mean, Wall Street and New York City and this whole region is doing unbelievably well. I'm building a job on the West Side, which is the largest job ever approved by the New York City Planning Commission. You see it going up along the West Side Highway. It's almost 10 million square feet. It's 18 buildings, and it's really going to be something. I will tell you, a large percentage of the people, and especially in construction, that are building these great jobs are black and minorities, and I'm very proud of it.
All right, hold it there. See? Okay. Way back when, this guy, President Trump, the orange guy, the Donald, finding ways to provide employment for black people. But oh, yeah, since he wants to run for office and be a Republican, he's racist. Man, give me a break. Go ahead.
Close to 25%, and I think the number's going up, and they do a great job. There are no better builders than we have in New York, and a big percentage of that is black and minority folks. So I just want to thank everybody in the room for being here. I look forward to some questions, and then I don't know how we're ever going to leave this building today, because if you look outside, it is terrible, but we'll figure a way. There's always a way, and thank you, Jesse, and congratulations.
All right, so that's enough. Well, take a look at these pictures. President Trump has spent a lot of time with Jesse Jackson. Well, you be the judge. Is President Trump this newly found racist? Or are people upset because, you know, he's leading the MAGA movement and they despise it? You let me know. Like, share, subscribe, post a reply below. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I weak or am I strong? And whatever you do, my friend, don't forget to disturb the peace. God bless you.